so I really love straights. My label want me to move back to LA. She say, lucky, I'm proud of you. My bitch like, nigga, don't even say thanks.
What's good, y'all? We're back with another video, and today we have day 7 of our upload streak leading into NBA 2K21. So if you guys want this same consistency and the same amount of uploads that you're getting right now when the game drops, make sure you go ahead and drop a like on this video. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that sub button. But y'all see the title, you know what you came here for. Today I got for y'all the best perimeter lockdown build you can make on NBA 2K21. And I'm only going to show you guys one variation of the build because I ain't gonna be a y'all. There's only one good way to really make this build, and it's with the, I would say, you just gonna call this the half red and the half green, the lock and the shooting pie chart right here. That's the best one. So after we choose that one, we're going with the speed pie chart because we're on the perimeter. We need speed to chase these guards down. Now for the stats, this one is another one of those where it is somewhat precise in terms of like how you make the build and stuff, but you do have options, and I'm gonna show y'all like what you can do based on your play style, and then I'm gonna let y'all know what I think is best. So we're gonna max out the first 3 on finishing, and then once you get to standing dunk, you're just gonna put that tick up one time, like one time. That's all you need to do, and that way it hits 27 and you get 2 finishing badges. Now with this build, I'm gonna let y'all know right now, you're not finna get a lot of finishing badges. Like, it's another one of those where it's like, if you really try to dump a whole bunch of points in there, you're gonna waste them all and you're gonna come out with like 5 badges, so it's not worth it. So with the shooting, we're gonna max out the very first 3. Onto the playmaking, we're gonna max out the first 2 bars, and on post moves, we're gonna stop at 40. So once we hit 40, that's when we get 12 playmaking badges. Now I picked the number 12 because that way you can for sure, you're getting 3 gold, or no, you're getting 4 gold playmaking badges at the very least, and I really think that's pretty much all you need. Now if you want more, if you feel like you're finna be a ball handler kind of with this build, then hey, go ahead, bro. But I think that 12 is a good amount, especially at the shooting guard spot. And then as you can see, when we get down to the defense, you're gonna put up perimeter defense, lateral quickness, steal, and defensive rebounding, all of those max. And then here you got options. You feel like 19's enough, you can put the rest of your points somewhere else. Here I'm showing y'all, you can get 20 of these defensive badges, but you're gonna have a couple points left over, and pretty much you can move the points around any of these 3 extra categories. So block, offensive rebound, or interior defense, and you could choose what you think is most important. Me personally, if I was making this build, I would probably put interior and I would put some on block. That way, like, if I'm guarding a slasher, say I'm playing against a playmaking slasher on this build, and the guard can't handle that player, I can kind of switch and I would still have enough interior defense to do something, or at least I would have more than the guard would have, because the guard's probably not gonna have none. And then also, like y'all saw just then, if you take those points and add them anywhere else, you don't get any more any bonus anywhere else, so there's really no point. And so I think that this is the best setup for it. And one thing about this build that makes it way better than it was last year is the fact that quick draw is gone. So yes, last year I'm pretty sure when I made this, it had 17 shooting badges, and now that quick draw is gone, you got an extra 4 points that you can add to something like catch and shoot, maybe even clutch shooter or corner specialist, or maybe even like put your dead eye Hall of Fame, whatever you want to do. You got more options and you feel less limited. So now you feel kind of like a 2-way sharp instead of just a lockdown. And then also another thing that's really good is the shooting was not this good last year. I know that for a fact. So now you're looking at 80s in the shooting in both of those categories. Now one thing that will change it is if you go up in height, which is what I would personally recommend, using this build at the 2. But if you're gonna play him at the 1, then go ahead and make him 6'5" and go ahead and make a point guard. Now for the body type, I picked build because we're gonna be dropping the weight all the way down so we can get that max speed, because you're gonna be chasing guards around. So most of the time, a lot of y'all gonna be using this build because, hey, your homie who a PG, he has no stick, so you gotta go guard his man. So you're gonna need that steal, or that speed, and that steal. And for the wingspan, normally you're gonna max your arms out on the lockdown, but on this one, I'm actually gonna do the one right before max, because you see we're gonna get a 75 3-pointer. Now think about this. Once you hit 99, that's gonna be an 80. Plus, if you got a homie who got the homie who can't guard nobody, hey, tell him, look, I'll guard your man, but you need to put on that floor general. So now you're really a sharp. You're really basically a two-way sharp, but you have really good defensive stats, and your player is going to be able to slash because you're going to get really good not defensive, but you're going to get really good slashing animations because you're going to be able to get 80 on your drive and dunk. Now, all the takeovers you see available here, the only one we can't get is shot Creighton. Don't know why though, not really sure. Really don't matter because you really want that lockdown takeover, or I guess sharp if you really feel like you're that nice. But as you can see, we get a perimeter lockdown. Now for the badges, this is all personal preference. If it was me, it would just depend. So if this is like 3s maybe, and we like grinding rep, or maybe like 2s, I'd probably put on Lob City, silver. You could do contact finisher, silver, once you get the 80 dunks. You could do fancy footwork, silver. I would probably go contact bronze and fancy bronze and like call it a day. And for the shooting, which was something that I was most excited about when making this build, and it's obviously the second most important, the second most important thing about the build, it felt good to see that I got extra points now because we don't got to waste them on quick draw, because that was a waste. So now that we have freed up an extra 4 badges, you can really just do a mix of everything with this build. Now when I actually tested it out, I was picking badges to see what this build could do on its own. Like, of course it's gonna be able to spot up, that's a given, but I was trying to see like, okay, can I go get my own shot? Can I like cook? You know what I mean? Like, can I do my own thing if I had to? And the answer is yes. But once the game drops, I'm sure people will probably use more than green machine on silver. It's hard to green in the demo. I don't know why, but for me it is. I haven't really mastered the stick yet, but I'm sure hot zone hunter is gonna be super important, especially for a spot up build. And then I know 2K Labs last year said corner specialist wasn't that great, so we'll probably end up doing catch and shoot. And I just put Tyler Shooter on because you do a hezzy and a crossover, and you got a Gatorade cup stuck to your side for the rest of the game. And for the playmaking, this is why I thought that the 12 badges was super key, because now you get, or badge upgrades, whatever you want to call them, now you get 4 gold badges. And I put on downhill for the little demo game. Obviously you might not use that. You might, maybe if you're in pro-am or something, you'll probably use that, but you'll probably go with like bailout, handles for days, quick first step, unpluckable. Maybe you'll do 2 of them on, so maybe you do bailout and unpluckable. Excuse me, maybe you'll do bailout and unpluckable on silver, and then probably do space creator on silver too as well. I don't know, it just depends. It just depends on your playstyle, what you would do. Me personally, I would use space creator, but that's my playstyle. And then for the defensive badges, you can really just play around with these. Now these 3 right here are a given. I would pretty sure. Pick dodger also, that's probably a given on this build. And then from there on, it's up to y'all. Tyler's defender was really good last year. I don't really know if a perimeter lockdown needs pogo stick. I don't think you do. Yeah, I don't think you need interceptor either if you have those long arms. I know it didn't work last year. I'm just assuming they didn't fix nothing, so we'll have to see. But I think clamps, intimidator, pickpocket hall of fame, that's a given. And then after that, it's just like what you feel like you want to do. I'll probably do like Tyler's defender, rim protector, Tyler's defender, probably hall of fame, and then chase down artists like this. I'll probably go like this. It just depends. Maybe even take off rim protector and put on rebound chaser if I'm playing 3s. Put on interceptor, maybe take off Tyler's defender, rock like that. Who knows, it's up to y'all. But the ones that you're definitely gonna need for sure is clamps, intimidator, pickpocket, and pick dodger. The rest I think is just like a pick 'em. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I only made 1 variation of this build because in terms of wing lockdowns, I'm not really too interested in a pure lock that can't shoot, or a lock that can only slash and play defense. I think shooting is super important for spacing, and shooting is always going to be OP, and it's always going to be needed. So I think this is the best lockdown build that you can make on this game without a doubt. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're new. And we only got We only got one more build video after this, maybe two, and then we're gonna chill until 2K21 drops. Once again, hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.